Yo, 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 once again, we back. This is with the Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
We do some messengers Monday or Tuesday, whenever y'all catch it.
Yeah,
but, it's definitely not possible without my dog Drew Money on the boards. How you feeling?
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great,
good, man. We feeling good, man. Clearly we in a new setting right now.
In a new setting right now.
Mike, what's good with you, brother?
I'm good, man. Just letting the listeners know, I appreciate your patience. Sticking around with us, man. We just had a lot of maneuvering around to do over the last couple of weeks, but we back here with y'all, man. Like I said earlier today, this week's show will be, of course, dropping Tuesday for y'all, but we'll get back to dropping consistently on Mondays, man. Appreciate y'all for sticking by us,
for sure, man. Much love, man. We getting a lot of love lately, man. I just want to make sure we make sure that it's known that it's not overlooked.
Definitely not.
So yeah, like Mike said, man, much love to the supporters and the listeners, man. Everybody to tune in every week, man. Like he said, man, we had a lot of maneuvering to do, but we good right now, man.
Yeah, man. Drew, how you doing, man?
Yeah, you see it, man. Moving and shaking.
my dog working, man.
The dog definitely working, man.
Moving and shaking, shaking, man.
For sure, man. That's good, man.
Yeah, everything's everything. I mean, that's very broad. Let me not just say everything is everything, because it can that can mean a lot. But I'm just going to say I'm thankful. What I mean, for it. I continue to get opportunities, continue to spread my wings and try different things and stuff like that. And it's a nonstop process in my head, like sleepless nights because my brain don't want to turn off, shit like that. But ultimately, man, I gotta give thanks to the man upstairs, man.
Yeah,
All
man.
praise to the Most High.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, man. How y'all feeling though, man?
Feeling good.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Like I said, man, a lot has been happening over the last couple of weeks as far as us. You don't really got a deep dive into it, but it's just when you get hit with certain challenges, it just lets you know who you are, how you take it. Took a couple of punches on the chin, but like I said, man, we here for y'all, man. That's all you can do, man. You can either fold or you can make something shake, man. And
for sure,
that's what we did, man. We just made shit shake. Can't really honestly complain. I think it was a blessing in disguise. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I'm looking at it, man.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, we got some new equipment. We're in a new setting. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, man. I feel good, man.
I'm excited.
I mean, you're coming off of the hills with one of the coolest, most down-to-earth people. I mean, a close family, a father figure for a lot of people in the community. I mean,
definitely me, role model status.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that,
man. Like, I mean, that was a really big, pod. If you guys haven't checked that one out, we had former chief of police on the show. We was on site, live in location, and it was a great time, man. For me personally, I mean, just to get in depth in the guy, to see the upbringing of him, to see the passion in it and the love from chief of police and running for the mayor of North Charleston. I mean, big up, man, Reggie Burgess,
sure, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Reggie Burgess for sure.
I think it was a big checkpoint for us. Big checkpoint for us. Excuse me. I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. He dropped some great gems, and what I appreciate about it is it wasn't like a standard ABC, CBS type of interview. Like it was evenly balanced. We got into some of that, but we also got into the personal side. I think that's what people appreciated about it the most. To be honest with you,
that's mainly what my main thing was, to make sure, like you said, it was a more like personal experience, a more intimate experience, like not the cookie cutter type stuff. So,
yeah.
I want him to be seen in that light, because at the end of the day, he is a regular person just like us. It's just he just got a certain status. So
definitely. Drew, what did you think?
I mean, I don't live in North Charleston,
right,
but it made me want to be like, okay, I can live in North Charleston. The idea of North Charleston was always one of those things, a stereotype for me.
Right. I get it.
But just to hear the passion and the drive, and I'm gonna put it out there, when he becomes mayor of North Charleston,
that's why I've been speaking on it.
I want to put that out there, because I really believe, like, everything that he sat down and said, like, I can see that, and saying, even for him to be like, it's hard to find him in his office because he's out in the streets and
he's really with the people.
Yeah, and that was big for me, because I mean, you look at City of Charleston mayor. I mean, I will give him up. I mean, he's moves and shaking. He's in a lot of places also. But I will say, you know, as far as
I think it's different when you see one of your own doing it.
for sure,
Yeah,
for
so,
sure, and just to see, you know, the people walking by and stopping and you know coming in, and that's the community. You know what I mean? They got the laundromat right next door, and that's the community going there every single day, 24 hours. You know,
I get my hair cut in that same
that
same
plaza.
shopping
See what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's huge. You know what I mean?
And you can tell it's authentic.
Oh, for sure.
It's not nothing that's made up. Like,
Oh, for me personally, just from knowing him and just knowing, like, you know, he's really from here. It's not like he just talking that talk. Like, he talking that talk because he's from here. Like, I mean, let's put it that way. So yeah, I mean, I feel like nobody more qualified than him for this position, man. Like, you know, so.
And it's like I had to ask. I was like, "Yo, bro, is other people really running?" Because I don't see signs like of other people. Like I see his sign, and maybe it's just the colorway, or I'm.
They did a good job picking. Yeah, you're right.
I'm programmed to see this. I mean, I see it downtown. I see it in North Charleston. I see it in Park Circle.
That yellow.
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's what I'm like. Okay. Like, I don't see nobody else really, like, or I'm not paying attention. I'm not that naive. I don't know. But for me, I feel like, you know, again, I'm all about the community, and I'm all about, you know, the youth, all of them. So it's like, you know, just to see he's very intimate with working with the youth every week, you know, taking time out of his day, regardless of his, you know, his duties, he's still taking time out. And that's huge for me, you know. I mean, to be relatable, and that's one thing I think in politics we don't relate to them. We can't really feel them, especially in the black community. I feel we don't relate at all.
I think that's the biggest barrier, honestly. Like, you know, so I feel like when you get somebody that you relate to and you can see the authenticity, like, you gotta, you know, gravitate towards that. So
for sure.
And also to add, his time as in the police unit and as former chief of police, that sets a solid foundation for people to trust you, because they have a track record that they can go off of.
You've been serving the
people. You know what I'm saying? You've been serving the people for 34 years. So honestly, like Drew said, I don't see a situation where he doesn't come out victorious. Yeah. Honestly. And, you know, just the way he spoke about not only just speaking to the revenue that North Charleston brings in, which was, I knew it was there, but when he actually broke it down, it makes sense. Like, North Charleston is the tunnel to get to, you know, Charleston or to come back up to go through.
This is the hub city.
Exactly. So when you have all those businesses that's generating all this revenue, I mean, we see it. Like, we got Top Golf over there now. You know what I'm saying?
Outlets starting to expand, and the whole area starting to expand.
The whole area starting to expand, and then
airport right there.
Like, when Drew asked him about how do we funnel, you and Drew actually, but in different formats of questions, how do you funnel that money back? And he had a great plan, because, dog, I don't know about y'all, but when he broke down the thing about Mount Pleasant, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even, when he was talking about like the median income with 6 figures, you don't hear about crime. I'm like, bro, you right. And I might be out the loop, but I'm taking his word for it. I don't never hear about that shit over there.
Not saying it's non-existent.
Yeah.
It's more like 6 Mile, like past all that. Like, it's heading towards more of like Arwindale area, like the countryside, like heading towards Myrtle Beach.
Right. And we know we always read about that type of stuff on the internet, like, you know, the less crime. You know, the less, you know,
because like you said, it's not gonna go away completely. But when you drive it, I don't hear about Mount Pleasant having them type problems.
When you helping more people flourish, and you know, it's naturally gonna be less crime. So, you know, they hear somebody translate that into like something real for where you at.
Exactly.
You know, so,
because like he said, I mean, even when he was giving us props in terms of the questions, like, you know, all he get is asked about crime. But there's things that come off that tree that can make that shit go away. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you take care of the financial side, everything can start to balance itself out.
Or it fixes itself.
It fixes itself. But that's the biggest thing I took away from that sit down with him, is about that nugget information about Mount Pleasant.
For sure.
We got the Canadians walking the streets.
Drew crazy.
Woo, okay, all right.
Hey man. Drew gonna throw a little shots at the area I stay in, man. It's all good though. It's all good.
Yeah, but time of day this is. All right.
Hey, them boys be walking every morning though.
I see.
Every morning.
I see. But nah, for real, man. I mean, big hats off to Mr. Reggie, man. For real, I think it's great to see one of our own really, go through the obstacles. I mean, to thank y'all, like that 2015 was a time in Charleston.
It wasn't even just that. It was
in
weather
America,
too.
Yeah.
It was weather too. Well, we got hit with. Remember that flood we got hit with? Yeah. This was right. No, that was after. That was October.
Yeah.
We had all that flooding going on.
That was a crazy year for.
It was
for
definitely
the city,
a crazy year for the city, man.
But for national news to see like an unarmed black man be shot in the back, and then off the heels of that, it's like here, black man, fix this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo.
But like he said, it was a full circle moment because that actually happened right across the street.
Right across from his
right across from his headquarters.
My timeline is messed up. What happened first? That or Emmanuel 9? That was July. So Walter was what? April 2015? March? Because Emmanuel was definitely June. It was like June 18th, 2015.
Let me check.
So for that to happen back to back,
that's crazy.
That really put a lot on the city, dog. A lot of the city, and of course, when we speak about the 843, I mean, you saw even up on this side, dog. It was I seen people affected by that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just the North Charleston or Charleston thing. No, that was the whole area. The whole 843.
April 4th, 2015.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's like the city is growing, but we got tight knit roots, so it's like. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that was like, personally affected by that. So
Drew, I didn't know you at that time, but I knew you knew somebody that was
my boy Wanza.
Yeah, Wanza. Yeah. I didn't know you at that time, but how did you think like off the heels of like what Reggie was Mr. Burgess was talking about, like how that was
It was a shift in Charleston. Okay. It was a huge shift in Charleston.
It definitely was.
The shift of downtown, like I remember coming from West Ashley coming across the bridge, and I'm like I got chills. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Because I was like, I did my morning routine, got up, used the bathroom, and I'm scrolling, and I'm just like, yo, seeing all this shit. Like, yo, it was a shooting at Mayoral line, and I'm like, what?
I was at work, too, when I seen that.
And then it was like, wait. Then I see West in Peace Wanza, and I'm like, yo, bro, what? Because it's like, yo, like, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? But on a Wednesday evening, of all the places my dog could have been,
serving the Lord,
serving the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it just really was like, but I saw it because that's what I'm saying. I saw the change in him. I saw the passion of him wanting to do this barbershop thing and really taking the craft of becoming a better barber.
Right.
You know what I mean? Taking those steps.
Yeah, goals he was moving
100%. And it was really, really crazy to hear like how he went out and is protecting and jumping in front of a bullet essentially, and it's like that's the guy I know. That's the only for him to not like I threw hands with this man in the club several times. Like
I didn't know him personally, but I know him from from us going out. I'd heard nothing but good things about that man.
I mean, he's a protector always. You know what I mean?
And his last Instagram post was it kind of spoke to who he was.
Facts. And that's just for me it was really tough to come back to downtown, and I just feel like if you do come to Charleston, spend time downtown Emmanuel and I just even if you just buy bass and just say a quick prayer. I mean, I feel like that's a check-in location in Charleston.
I say a quick little
I always if I pass I turn the music off and I do
out of respect out
of respect, man. I never drive past with music on, you know what I mean? And that's just, I got to give my regards to what took place there.
And to think that was 8 years ago, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely, but I definitely enjoyed that sit down. We're definitely going to get back in there again.
For sure, yeah.
So, Mo, I got to give you some props, man.
What's up, man?
It looked like my theory is cooked, man.
What's up, man? What we getting into, man?
So California is getting their first hurricane ever.
Oh yeah, man! Crown me, man.
So,
conspiracy theories we've been doing numbers like the last 2 years.
Even if I don't think it, I can't argue it no more. So apparently, California is experiencing Hurricane Hillary. And I remember on some previous podcast episodes, I used to say, bro, if HAARP is real, man, let me see California get a hurricane.
They got a hurricane and an earthquake.
All right.
In the world's worst mosquitoes. Let me add that shit to the fucking y'all. These mosquitoes are not real.
Hey,
like,
a girl posted a mosquito bite out there, and the nigga was like, "Man, do that mosquito get veneers or something, bro?" Her bite was crazy. I was like, "Bro, what is going on?"
Bro,
that shit was crazy.
I cannot make that shit up.
They got the Jumanji mosquitoes,
bro. Them shit is literally like you can see them.
No, you can see them shit.
And you're thinking it's like a fly or some shit, right?
Yeah, because just the eyes and all that shit.
Well, not even that. You just as you're walking, you're thinking, oh, it's just like some shit just gathered around or something. No. You walk past that, they're following you.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you know that girl in the airport. These shit are not real. It can't be. Like it's just crazy.
Right.
Them boys moved the grill. 40 of them shit came flying off of.
That's crazy.
Like I'm telling you,
that's crazy.
You can if you watch a video of JT in LA, you will see them big ass shit flying all through the camera.
Those were mosquitoes?
Those were mosquitoes.
God damn.
That's wild, bro.
You can see them. And right next to that was they put the grill down. I don't know why Buddy touched the fucking grill, but he stirred them shit up. And crazy. Nevertheless, but continue about the hurricane.
Nah, seriously though, man.
Hey man, like I said, I just gotta
my
give
HAARP theories is, I feel they didn't get improving, but for my co-host, man, we finally got the piece of the pie that we needed. So,
No, that's fucking insane, dog. I was like, bro, no, because when I woke up, I'm thinking this shit fake. Nah, CNN, ABC News.
Didn't it upgrade to like a category 4 and it went back down or something?
It's gonna get lower as it hits the land, but I mean, they still ain't experienced no shit like that. You can't even take a Cat 1 lightly.
They don't even know what to do.
No, they're not prepared for that shit.
Yeah.
I saw niggas out there still tweeting if Brent spot's still open. Like, y'all need to take this more.
I seen a Lambo underwater.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all right now, from personal experiences, go hit them grocery stores hard.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, load up. Waters, definitely. Boo-boo paper, because y'all love boo-boo paper for whatever reason. But load up on your essentials. Using that word. Get your essentials and be prepared for the unexpected, because you don't know what's going to happen. It might be a category 1 when it hits you. Might be a category 5 when it hits you.
Certain sections already flooded out there.
Yeah. That's tough.
I saw niggas crumping in the flood water. I was like,
y'all gotta stop doing in that water.
Y'all don't know.
They don't know no better.
No, they know better. They've been laughing at us for a long time over here.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Definitely right.
On the East Coast, it's a lot of jokes.
It's time to pass judgment.
Facts.
Nah, you right.
It's a lot of jokes on us East Coast people. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Nah, it's time to pass
y'all
judgment.
playing in that sewer water.
Nah, ringworms on the way.
All right.
Ringworms is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that should take a minute to go away too. But I mean, hey, I don't know what's next. And it's crazy because we haven't had one since 2019. It's funny because we was at the court yesterday, and Marcus Homeboy, he was like, bro, like, I guess he's like, California getting a hurricane. We ain't had one since 2019. I was like, bro, I know I ain't tripping. We ain't had one in a minute, bro. It's been some time, but I'm not complaining or anything like that, So, keep everything where it's at. But to see Cali get a hurricane for the first time ever, that's fucking madness.
I kind of want to sit back and see what this shit does.
I want to see the aftermath.
Yeah.
Like how they react to it, because it's kind of like with us.
Built for it.
Exactly. Like, all right, so 2018 when we got the snow, we don't got no fucking salt trucks, but you had somebody unfortunately lost their life on Latson Road for somebody driving faster than it was supposed to. Like, dog, we had black ice. Like, y'all gotta chill. Somebody lost their life, got hurt, and it's like people are such in a rush to get out after. It's like, bruh, this black ice is real. We don't have salt trucks to come out here every morning like when I was staying in New York or you staying in other cities. They're not. Like, remember when Atlanta got it real bad? They wasn't prepared for that shit. They was not prepared for that. I
remember when it rained here, I had to drive the whole Ashley Phosphate. I think I did at the most 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. On the way to
people was spinning out on Ashley Phosphate, like had to drive like 5 to 10 miles an hour. At one point, I was letting the car coast.
Yeah, I wasn't fucking around in that snow.
Like, I absolutely had to drive though.
I was in a boot also.
Oh, yeah.
I walked outside and was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
That was injury era.
Yeah. That was injury era, huh? Yeah. That was the ankle this time?
That was the ankle. That was in that air boot, man. We was in the studio having a good time, though. So it was a good time. Like, we had a fucking blast. Flip cup, beer pong.
Okay.
Snowed in.
I mean, we had a good time. So, y'all can make it to the city, pull up. You couldn't make it to the city. But we wasn't really trying to push niggas to come to the city, though. But I mean, they was having a good time. People in, Wranglers, you're able to push through. People were on snowboard, surfboards going down the street, skis going down the street. But it's funny to see these people got this shit in the house already, and we do not have snow like that at all. Like where you get snow skis from?
I think when you a transplant, you coming from all kind of places.
True,
so you might already have that type of stuff. So that's my theory.
That's the first thing I'm putting on Facebook Market if I'm coming to Charleston. Like snowboard, skis, nah, that's gone. Facebook Market, bro, gotta go. Okay. She's gonna sit in the garage. But I hope California's all right, man. Prayers to them. Hope it doesn't get bad, man.
Definitely doesn't get bad, especially for a city that's not ill-equipped for it. Yeah, they're not prepared for that shit, man. Definitely not. So we got to get into the Montgomery ass whooping, man. That was one of the biggest things that took place.
The brawl for it all.
Yeah, when this first dropped on the TL, I was like, I can't wait to talk about this shit.
I never looked at chairs like the same since that shit happened, bro. Like we was at Reggie Burgess headquarters. I was like,
let's go.
Look all these chairs here, man. I'm waiting for a motherfucker to cut up, man. Knock on this door acting crazy. That's all I get.
Yeah, knock on this door acting crazy, man.
We got all the ammunition we need.
Hey, all I can say is salute, man. They handled that shit how it's supposed to be handled, bro. Like shout out to Dog, Michael Phelps, you might have some issues on your hand if Dog ever hop in that water, because when Dog got in that
he's
water.
He's 16 too. He's only 16.
He's 16 too.
I'm saying, Drew, give him some time. Give him some time, Drew. Give him some time. But he made it a mission. He made it a mission to make sure that he got across there and handle his BI, man. That's all I got to say.
Big up the kid, man. I mean, he saw it coming. I don't know at what point he jumped from. But
that's what I'm saying. Where did he even jump from?
And I mean, Alabama, you jumping in that water you risking a lot.
Gators out there.
Facts.
Gators out there.
You not giving a fuck about none of that just to come throw hands. I'm here for it, bro.
I mean, honestly, just to see how it unfolded, like I don't see no black people who's sitting back watching that shit go down like that.
You can't.
Like they was ganging this dude.
It's a civil duty, bro. It's a civil duty, bro. It's a civil duty, bro.
Exactly. I didn't see the chairs coming out, but hey.
I saw the immediate change in energy when they saw those brothers approaching that boat. Now it's, hey, let's talk. Nah, it's not time to talk now. Because when that man was trying to do his job, y'all wanted to be assholes.
The boys really formed like the Avengers, bro.
Hey, I was here for it. When I saw those brothers pulling their pants up towards that boat.
TTG.
I was like, oh yeah, niggas turn.
You know what meme I'm surprised I didn't see?
What's that?
So y'all remember the episode of Power Rangers when all the Power Rangers from all the colors came together?
It was like three different series.
No, it was like 7, 8.
Oh yeah,
it was all red, all yellow, all black.
I remember that.
I was like, man, it's because they posted one with the Avengers. The perfect would have been the Black Rangers. It was like 8, 9 Black Rangers. Yeah.
Because they had the original, like the turbo. They had all them shit. Yeah, you're right.
But I really wonder what these white guys was thinking. Like, we're gonna beat
a sense of entitlement.
Yeah, like that was wild.
Because they didn't want to move. They didn't want to move their boat.
Yeah, and then it was like, yo, you hop back on the boat.
Like it was all good.
Yeah, like you didn't just assault this man, bro.
Then you get back off your boat to go assault this dude.
And that's where you fucked up.
That's where you fucked up at. That's what you fucked up at.
Hey, man.
Even the women were getting their ass beat by the other girls.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the shorty tossed her in the pool, in the water, excuse me.
But he got beat up by his Crocs and all. He bust through the Crocs trying to run.
One dude ran and just hopped in the water himself. He was like,
I'm like, let me go ahead and sacrifice myself.
He said, fuck this. I'm going to go ahead in, man. I'm out of here.
I'm a ghost.
I'm out of here, bucko.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, but that was beautiful, man. That was a time. That was a time. A good old ass cutting. No guns pulled, just hands.
Hands and feet.
That's
the ass.
Physical labor, man. That's the physical labor that y'all.
But the old heads at the end, like all that shit took place when the chair came involved. That's when it was like, all right.
When OG was squeezing that nigga's head, this is an old dude.
Nah,
this is late 50s, early 60s class.
He's
right
probably trying to teach this man.
He's
like,
from that Richard Roundtree that era,
Facts.
like that shaft. Like I'm a hurt you type shit. Like
yes sir. Let him know. Hey, you got me fucked.
You got me fucked. You got all.
I done changed my life. I done changed my life.
I'm really from that era. Like
full of cologne.
When Buddy was squeezing his head, I was like, oh yeah, they setting the bar.
Yeah, but he ain't had to catch that old white lady in the head like that, bro.
You don't think so, Drew?
Nah, that was OD, man.
I think Buddy was he was seeing red, man.
I think he was seeing red.
He was just
Yeah,
seeing
everybody
red,
was seeing
everybody
red.
had to get
That
it.
shit was
you gotta
so
think,
unfair.
he just was beating Buddy on the boat because
Yeah.
he beat him off the dock. He was trying to hide on the boat, and then when he just turned around, he just like, oh fuck, whoever getting it, bro.
Dog.
Bam.
That shit, I was like, oh nah, man, she already down, man. Come on, dog. He looked like a whack-a-mole, dog.
That definitely was like a whack-a-mole.
Mine had no neck, bro.
She was the only one that got
Oh
hit.
my god, that was whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
She wasn't the only one who got hit.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, and shout out to all the camera angles, man.
Oh yeah, we had a great camera.
Like I'd never seen an ass whooping from like. This was like watching
15 of them shit.
It was like watching Sunday Red Zone. Like it was so many camera angles, bro. Serious like Red Zone of ass whooping. Like that shit was crazy, dog.
That
It
was
was like
great.
every hour a new angle was dropping. Like, hey, we from here, we from over here, we right above the boat where they went back to. I was like, God damn,
It was great.
that shit was crazy.
It was great. It was great, man. I was like, yo, ain't no way this shit real. And then it was like more and more clips started coming.
More and more clips, bro.
I'm like, yo, this shit getting wild. Then it was like a 2-minute one. I'm like, okay, yeah, I got time for the bullshit.
It was
today.
motherfuckers on Facebook Live, like streaming.
Facts.
I was like, oh yeah, this is
Facts.
going crazy, dog.
And then it was like, yo, they were holding. Where the police came from, though? That was the crazy shit.
They had to been around the area.
this is what I'm saying.
Unless somebody
I'm
called them.
thinking they was getting their ass whooped so long that the police had time to actually get there. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
they kind of disappeared on
they
the dock.
disappeared.
Word.
And it was like,
But you gotta think by the time the police get there, Buddy already been working with the chair.
Yeah.
So that fight been going on.
and facts.
So it's
facts.
like, yeah.
Because there was a lot missing from
Yeah, it
that.
was a
We
lot
caught the
missing,
tail
yeah.
end of that. And that's just like a whole separate fight. But Buddy was just sitting there smiling, like, yep, them boy getting their ass cut. That shit was great. That would have been my move for real.
Yeah. Gotta clear that scene out, man. Shout out to, you know, our people, our good brothers and sisters down there in Alabama, man. So, you know.
I bet you it won't happen again. I tell
A
you
lot
that.
of historical value down there too.
And I seen it at the aftermath. They got chairs hanging from like from like bridges and shit. Like, all right, keep
Yeah,
them on
man.
deck then.
Keep 'em on deck.
But
Like,
it's okay. Everybody got to play. Walmart put the chairs in the
yeah,
front.
Walmart
like,
having the chairs on rollback was crazy. $10 foldable chairs.
They still do the rollback thing?
Yeah.
hell yeah.
That's crazy.
I haven't been to Wally World in a minute.
I haven't been to Wally World in a minute either.
Damn, y'all ain't rocking with Wally World, bro?
No, I
too
do.
far.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to say,
Shit just too
yeah, it is
far.
far for you.
I don't
It
like
is
the
far for you.
traffic. Nah, that one right there. That one is a little bit better
Right.
for me going to like the standard one.
Super Center.
Yeah,
Or
no,
the-
that's like
We're
the
talking about
neighborhood, the neighborhood type
one,
one.
yeah,
Like,
they
grocery
don't-
store.
They don't got no clothes or
No
nothing like that
clothes
in
or
there,
nothing
but
like
it's
that,
just
yeah.
the food. So I mean, that's essentially what I'm going to Walmart for. Like all the other ones, jam packed traffic, bro. It don't matter.
Yeah, go to that one on Rivers if you want.
Hey, man, that's where I be at, man.
That shit.
Drew
Either-
do not
either-
fuck with that Walmart, bro.
Nah, I do not.
He always been like that.
No, that shit is no bueno.
Nah, that Walmart is crazy, though.
It's
I
always
wouldn't-
something
I wouldn't even
happening in
argue
that
on
one.
that, Drew.
Always something happening. Like guaranteed, something's going to happen in
You're
the
going to see
Walmart.
something, yeah.
Facts. That's why they got so much police out there.
Matter of fact, when Walmart was 24 hours, that was the most cracking Walmart. I remember pulling up there at like 2 in the morning one night. I wanted to get some snacks or some shit. You know, one of them high up nights, man. It was a whole car summit out there in the parking lot.
See what I'm
like-
saying? See what I'm saying?
Like the tuna dudes out there like 2 in the morning, you know, hoods up and
Drew
shit.
not with that shit, bro.
So you not with the late night car summit, bro? That was kind of fire. They was just chilling and
West
shit.
Side, so
man.
you're going inside or you're getting out. That's what you're supposed to do in Wally World. It's already going in
Now-
there. When you go to Walmart, you're already grabbing shit
If
that you don't need.
If that Walmart was at the original location now, where it used to be,
Fair.
then I can
Yeah,
see it
nah,
being
that
on
shit
River.
was- yeah.
It would have been on
Yeah,
Rivers
yeah.
status now, but
Nah,
they moved
true.
it by West Ashley High back there in that area.
Yeah.
That kind of saved it. But it was at that OG area.
You know, they
now.
built that whole area up.
Yeah.
Like, they got.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
shit
shit
crazy.
is it's crazy over there.
That shit crazy.
I had a meeting over there Saturday morning. And I'm like, yo, she was like, yeah, it's a brunch place over here.
Mm-hmm.
You want to with the root? I was like, all right, bet. Went over there, the shit was busting.
It's almost like you don't even know a high school back up in there.
Facts. But even by West Ashley, they done built that up.
Mm-hmm.
They got houses and all that. But I will say, Wally World, man, I can't do it.
You're not fucking with it.
Nah, man. There's nothing. I don't need nothing out of there. Maybe toothpaste. You know, they got good sales on toothpaste, but then I go to Dollar General. and they got a better sale.
Yeah.
So it's like, woo, that's all the. We talking about all this going on in Alabama, goddamn boy, about to get a crack in it.
Nah, man, we good.
Man. Shout out to Stan, man. Stan called Drew off guard, man.
Word, boy, Stan, don't be doing no shit like that, boy. This whole mixer been about to come flying, boy. We in Canada, man. I don't know. I'm on edge right now.
He gonna run with this Canada shit for a minute.
For those who don't know, man, we refer to Canada as like the Charleston area from North. What'd you say? Goose Creek on up?
North Charleston up.
God damn,
even
Drew?
North Charleston, Canada.
No. That's the border.
Upper North Charleston.
Yes, up there.
So last,
205,
Like Somerville on up, basically.
205 A and B.
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
205 exit, Drew.
When you have now entered
Nah,
Canada.
that's Canada. 205 Canada. That's
Facts.
Canada. That's Canada.
Big Canada.
Yeah, that's Canada.
You see Charleston Southern
That's like
sign,
that's
you
Charleston.
already
Yeah.
know, bro.
From Charleston Southern up, that's Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, I might give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah,
Coming
you
up
right.
here to go the
I can't
comeback
argue
jack.
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, comeback Jack. Oh, no, yeah, that's
You know what I'm
definitely Canada.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing
That's
like
the
that in
Canada
the city,
Culvers.
man.
Yeah, you right. You
Never.
right.
I
Drew
say,
crazy,
if I
man.
say comeback jack to some
Yeah.
niggas downtown, they be like, what is that, dog? What is that? Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Drew is crazy, man.
Nah, you right.
Drew, you ain't got nothing to worry about over here, man. You good, man. You go outside, do your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you good, man. You
Hey man,
good.
but you talk about
I'm in and out, bro.
you talk about the rivers.
I'm in and out.
But you talk about the rivers Walmart vibes. This is complete polar
That's
opposite.
not what I'm saying, bro. Like, you
should want this.
good.
You should want this
Hey,
in theory.
I ain't tripping. I'm just here for the jokes.
I feel
man.
I feel you.
But that right there was, I ain't seen none of that.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
saw a presence out peripheral,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, example, right? Like, you go in the backyard, I got the pond shit back there, Neighbors ain't gonna run up on you, nothing like that. Honestly, he might hold a conversation with you for 30 minutes. I ain't gonna hold you. The other one right here, black family right there too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all love, man. It's all love. Drew crazy. He said, "Oh, them boy walking out here." Okay.
They swinging this corner right here.
Love, man. So one of the other big things that happened over time was the Lizzo allegations. Man.
Accountability.
A lot of discourse, man. Like I said, we that was another one that I couldn't let slip. So we had some former dancers or just workers period with Lizzo say they were forced to do certain things that they didn't want to. Having to touch certain dancers in places they didn't want to. How she was shaming them. So far all this is alleged, so I'm gonna say allegedly. Shaming them for their weight, their look, how she talked to them, how she treated them while on tour, and all this other things. And we had one of the ones who in support of Lizzo, who's actually on her staff. She dropped her little, her video, and she was leading with the whole church thing, and God loves you, and da. I don't know about y'all, but
Kind of confirming things.
for me, it kind of seemed like you were guilty. I mean, when you lead off with shit like that, man, it's kind of like, I don't know what you want me to say, man.
My thing is, man, my only thing from this whole thing is like when a certain, like if something happens to somebody, like, in the news and shit like that, and people, I guess people from that fan base, they'll be like, oh, are y'all acting like this is a gotcha moment? When all the evidence is being presented, it's like, yeah, nigga, this is.
If this was somebody else, it'd be like, oh, throw him to the wolves.
Yeah.
But because it's Lizzo, we already know. So, a little bit is a double standard. But, bro, those shits was very telling. I don't know Lizzo personally. I don't know. I'm just taking it for face value, bro.
Yeah, it sounded crazy.
I don't see no reason for them to make the shit up or anything like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Mo. This is just very telling. More of it is to come. But
I mean, we gonna see. Like you say, like it's more facts, it's more evidence being presented, it's more people coming out, and like you say, we just now getting the Tory Lane sentencing, so I'm guessing it's gonna be a process.
I was gonna transition. I don't want to jump in that real quick. But it's with Lizzo, it's kind of like it's always gonna come sometimes from the one you don't expect, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. That's what be throwing people off. But it's like, bro,
yeah.
like that ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
If you out here and these, like I said, if it was anybody else, bro,
Mm-hmm. Everybody,
how we going about it?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen everybody else. I've seen people.
We seen it.
So it's like, people got to get. I'm about being fair across the board with how people are treated when it come down to shit like that. So if it does come out that she's been moving that way, she gotta be held accountable.
That's how I look at it, bro. But
that's all it is. I don't compare things to people, especially you can't compare her situation to somebody else's, especially if that person's quote serving time or being held accountable. So it's
here's my thing. One thing I will say that I did get. I'm not tripping or anything like that. If Lizzo was fat shaming, dog, that is fucking insane, bro. I'm sorry, it had to be said. It had to be like now that's the one I probably would be like, all right, I don't really rock it with that one because bro, like you cannot do that. You see what I'm saying? But
that happens
when you a star and you have certain stardom. You may feel alleviated from that type of shit, but you're gonna get on the other people on your staff. Like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
That's really crazy.
But all the other ones, I don't. Like I said, I don't know her. And this is what we go back to saying, like, hey, bro, like, you don't know these people, bro.
Right.
You do not know these people.
So y'all think about that before y'all make being a fan.
And no, I don't care Beyonce shouting her out at the concert. That's not moving me.
People be making being a fan of a certain artist like a personality trait. You got to take all this into consideration because, like you say, you don't know these people and, what if this person is a monster? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, just be careful with that type of stuff when y'all be deep in this fandom shit. So.
And her response didn't tell me nothing.
It didn't say anything.
It didn't say anything. It was way too long for one. And number two, she didn't speak to anything.
Didn't speak to nothing.
There was no accountability within that. But there was some things that pointed to me think, okay, yeah, you did this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because if it was flat out, didn't happen, deniability, like, bro, I see you, like, it don't got to be a 2-page thing. Am I wrong?
That's my thing. When you talking too much, it's like, all right, what you trying to over explain this for? Is either like you say, energetic? No, this is not me. Blah blah blah. Or like you say, you over explaining. So, like I said, man, this is gonna be a little process. Getting to the bottom of this. So, I think that's the only grace we can really give her.
I tell you what though, I'm interested to see how artists are moving
right
around this whole shit. That's what I'm interested to see.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think this stops artists from collabing with her because it's like.
No, I'm just interested to see.
Oh, like, okay. I got you.
How they gonna maneuver around it? I don't think it'll stop no.
Yeah, I don't think it'll stop no.
This is nothing too. I mean, it is bad.
No, it's bad. You're allegations forcing, bad.
Yeah, you're forcing people to do something against their will, bro. Like it's a difference between like if you have a friend and y'all going to the club and you're like, oh yeah, but when you're in a work setting,
yeah.
You gotta tread lightly with shit like that,
these
bro.
These are sexual allegations.
You see what I'm saying? Like the moment you make somebody feel uncomfortable, bro, it's a dub. Yeah. Automatically, it's a dub, bro. It doesn't line up. And like I said, prayers to the victims, who had to deal with this. Like I said, we know this ain't gonna be the ending of this. And if it comes out, because what I'm seeing is people saying this is ambulance chasing, and it's like. Bruh, you got to take it for face value. You got to take it for face value. Like I said, I don't know her. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So I can't come out and say these people are lying because essentially, like, what is there? It goes to the same question we asked, what do they have to gain?
Yeah. Because if this is a lie, that ruins their whole reputation in that field.
Exactly. And we've seen that happen.
Yeah.
We definitely seen that happen. So. I don't know, man.
Importance of taking.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not true. But
hypothetically
speaking, if she is guilty, then what? What's a conversation like then?
Mm-hmm. Will there be a conversation?
Do you think so?
To a certain extent. I think her fan base has already put they draw their line as far as like how far they want to support this matter. So and her.
The fan base, I still
did Beyonce support too? That plays a big role.
You think that's what I wanted to ask? So you think her shouting her out at the concert help her a little bit?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I
don't think it really does much. But I wouldn't argue if somebody said
it's kind of an endorsement.
No, you're right.
It's an endorsement. This is the biggest tour right now. This is the biggest tour from one of the biggest artists ever.
Nah, you make a great point. You make a great point. I don't know, dog. It's just I'm taking this shit very serious, like I would do anything else, and we just gotta wait for this shit to play out, bro. But if she is guilty, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's that temp gonna be like, man? That's it. Because in the grand scheme, I put it like this: a lot of people ain't really gonna care, but it's just like I think people are gonna care in the basis of the comparisons of others.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
No,
That's really what people gonna be like. All right, well, y'all killed this man for this. You see what I'm saying? Even before there was even a confirmation on it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so even remember with RP to Takeoff when he had his allegations.
Right.
Off rip.
Right.
It was just like, oh yeah. Throw him away type shit. But
then that came out, there was nothing from him.
He got found innocent.
So but obviously with that, even when the facts came out with that, there was no, let's make this right. What we said about him.
Mo, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
What magazine was that? We never got an apology.
Oh, from Vibe, from Vibe.
We never got an apology for Vibe
for the
magazine,
Justice Smollett shit. Yeah.
We never got that.
We spoke about that a lot of times, man. Our silence was because we was trying to figure out what's going on. It was like black men silence on this.
No, when the details came out, I didn't give a damn if it was confirmed. Then he was lying like a motherfucker. Point blank. Period. We didn't need for that shit to go to trial to know that he was lying, bro. And this shit didn't add up.
That's why we were quiet, because like, if we say anything, it's going to look bad. We was in a lose-lose, essentially, because if we said what we wanted to say, we being toxic. We don't say nothing.
Dog, like, this is the part that people forget. Initially, when it first came out, everybody went to his aid. Yeah. He was like, damn, bro. Like, that. Even we said, we was like, damn, bro. Like, that's fuck. These Trump supporters getting out of control. But then immediately after.
When we start really thinking about it, it was like 4 a.m. in Chicago.
During the vortex.
All right, man.
When the vortex said that.
All right, man.
The shit didn't add up. So you can already can an apology when it comes to certain people, bro.
You're right. You
can already can that. You can pack that up, bro. It's not gonna happen.
You're right.
But I'm definitely interested to see how this Lizzo shit play out, man. Definitely, because there's been a lot of discourse. It's been a lot of the same shit that other, like, because a lot of it's gonna be a man versus woman thing. So the men be like, well, how do we know?
Gonna be layers
I seen some of the women doing what the men do when they defended it. Oh well, da da da. Oh, okay. It's
always gonna be layers to these type of things.
Okay,
man.
All right. I see. That's all I got to say about that one. Man. That's all I got to say about that one.
Yeah, man.
Crazy. It's funny. It's funny in the grand scheme. It's not funny as far as the victims, but just the discourse around that shit, man. That's all I got to say. So hip hop 50th, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to hip hop. We spoke a little bit about it with Mr. Burgess, but the concert actually happened that weekend. It was great, man. I didn't catch it from the beginning, but I think that shit started like at what, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, that shit was going all day.
That shit ran to like what, 1 a.m?
Yeah. Nas, Run DMC closed it out. Nas was right before them.
That's a good closeout. I thought Wayne initially was closing that shit.
So I caught it.
Shit.
I caught it right when, because I missed Cameron on set. I caught it.
He killed that shit.
I caught it right when Fat Joe came on, and I watched it from there. So I caught Fat Joe, Wayne, Nas. I'm missing Snoop Dogg.
Snoop was good.
Ice Cube set was good.
I think the last one I caught was like A Boogie. Who was at the A Boogie? Because he even got an award. Because the shit was in Brooklyn. It was at Yankee Stadium.
Right.
So I don't know who was at the A Boogie, but I think I didn't see that. I didn't see Run DMC close it out.
Yeah, I was up watching it, but it was more so like background. But they definitely did their thing from what I could hear. I watched the whole Nas set. He brought out Cool G Rap. I thought that was dope. They did Fast Life together. Everybody from what I saw, man, everybody they did their thing, man. Lil Wayne set was good. Snoop Dogg did a good job. Ice Cube did a good job. Him and Dub C. It was pretty cool, man. I thought it was a good representation of the art, man. It was a lot of the OGs was there. Nas brought out Kool Herc, gave him his flowers. It was pretty beautiful, man. Especially for it to be at the Yankee Stadium. It was pretty cool. I saw they had a B-boy exhibit out there. Like that was supposed to be Crazy Legs' last performance. I guess he was saying. So shouts out to Crazy Legs, one of the original B-boys of hip hop. I need to go back and watch the whole thing though. I'm pretty sure they done broke it down by now, so it looked pretty cool to me.
Y'all still believe that hip hop already hit 50 years?
Hey man, we've been alive for half of it.
Shit, yeah. Probably more than half.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
At least half.
I mean, so what would you say is probably like y'all favorite moments? Just experience hip hop.
My favorite moments.
It can be like when you got an album, listen to an album. I'm packing this whole shit together.
For me, I probably say like my favorite moment, like my favorite rap moment, was really when you get to the age of understanding like the cultural significance of rap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that kind of even plays. And
what year you think that happened for you?
For me, I probably say I was about 8 or 9. I went to LL Cool J concert at North Charleston Coliseum and just seeing, because my mom took me to see Biggie. I don't think a lot of people know that. I saw Biggie at the Gilliard Arts.
Throwback.
Yeah, at the Gilliard Center downtown. This was like 95. But I was a little older by the time I saw LL and just like really taking in that moment, like seeing everybody out there and how it was. I was like, damn, this shit kind of, it's bigger than all us. You know what I'm saying? And just growing up in it, and how it inspires everything. It inspires sports, fashion.
It taps into everything.
It taps into everything. Yeah. Everything flows from hip hop. So just from seeing, how it grows from there, it inspires media, all this shit, man. Like, we all read Vibes and Double XLs growing up. I had stacks and stacks of them growing up, like just stuff like that. Like it was only, excuse me. At one point, that was where you got your news from reading those magazines. That's how you knew what shoes was hot, like what albums you need to look out for, like certain underground artists and stuff like that. So, that was like the first, so to say, internet for us, kind of like those publications and stuff like that. Just from all of that type of stuff to where we at now and how it's growing and evolved and still growing, and like the subgenres that come from it is crazy to see, because it's still going.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, and more so like those moments, like when my uncle's just riding the car listening. Like I remember when More Money, More Problems first came out. And
that was a big thing.
Like just how impactful it was. Just as far as, I mean, as soon as the beat dropped, you just already know it gives you that certain feeling, like listening to Tupac. Like, yeah, I was 5 years old when Pac died, but I still remember hearing, I Get Around. Yeah. I still remember hearing How Do You Want It? I still remember hearing Dear Mama. I still remember hearing like all those records. And then like when you start getting to like that 10-year-old range, now, okay, Blueprint.
That's when you start like, hey, this is my guy. This is my.
That's what and Blueprint for me like stood out even before then. Like, okay, around that age, well, he was a little bit older. Like Bow Wow coming on the scene, entering rap, like all type of shit. And it was just, it's like, damn, when you think back on that shit, like when you actually visualize it, to say that shit was like 25 years ago, dog,
that's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. But
really
you can also see how, like, it just transitioned. Everybody was. It really was a peak. I don't want it to sound cliche, but that really was like a peak fucking time, bro. It really was. Right. It really was. Like Blueprint for me automatically stands out. Okay, then you got Kanye, College Dropout, 03. That's coming out. 50 Cent dropping a fucking bomb on the industry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Outkast doing anything. Okay, even when Eminem first came out. So just the times at summer camp, bro, I remember every morning. For y'all who don't know, I'm about to add to why Nelly was so significant. Right. No bullshit. Every summer camp morning, this is 2000 summer camp. Yeah. 2000 summer camp. Every morning, like when we going to warm up, playing basketball, shit like that, they are playing Country Grammar. Yeah. Literally every other
that song hit crazy
play.
In 2000.
Literally every other like 10 minutes. Yeah. Like it was in constant road. So we knew every morning that we was coming to summer camp, they turned the radio on. Country Grammar was somewhere along in that play, bro. Yeah. Like in the 4-song stretch, it was getting played. And bro, that just goes back to like the significance of how often a song was getting played. Nope. You might have a stretch where you ride in the car with your mom, they play Country Grammar, they might play what was another significant song in 2000? Give Me That by Hov and them, and then they'll play Country Grammar again. Like, bro, they just played this on, like, you know, another song, like, the real Slim Shady.
Oh yeah, they was killing that.
Bro, listen, bro, I remember that song getting played back to back one time.
Did they play? Which we think they was? That's Would you think they played "Hi My Name Is" or "Real Slim Shady" more?
Real Slim Shady.
I can see that.
Real Slim Shady.
Yeah.
But then Country Grammar dominated because Country Grammar came out like April 2000.
Right before summertime.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Constant rotation. So
Nelly was killing them.
Then like, okay, you go around in the 01, H to the Izzo. Hot in here. And then, you know, a lot of people don't remember. You know what made a lot of albums, how can I say, flourish also? Back then, they wouldn't play a song off an album like One More Chance wasn't a single until 95.
Yeah.
But that album had came out in 94. Like a lot of songs off an album.
They had to work those songs.
They didn't come out until like a 8-month period after.
But that also showed how significant a video was too. Like the videos were like, hey, we shooting a video, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that also, it just showed how quickly things evolve. Because once artists knew that they can control their own destiny, shoot their own videos and stuff like that, it create like a workhorse mentality with that. And, you know, artists drop their own videos rapidly. You know what I'm saying? So videos don't have to be looked at as like
as compared to now, like when they drop a single, I mean, they drop an album, a single of that album not coming out 8 months later. Times is different.
Yeah,
like
everything getting digested right then and there.
Everything getting digested right then and there. But when you look at certain albums and songs that came out over the period, like when you even do a quick Google search, they got the release date for certain singles off an album. They're like, oh shit, that shit was 8 months later.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But that's how album lived at least 3-4 years, bro.
You was able to work each song.
You can work an album for a year and a half, bro.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, Ready to Die came out 94. Life After Death came out 97. So Biggie was just working in between features with and then you had Junior Mafia doing their thing. It's just like, bro, like those. Then let's talk about when we tapped in the high school era. Off rip, TN 101 for me.
The trap music before that.
Late Registration.
Yeah.
Because Late Registration was August 05.
Usher dropped Confessions.
Oh man, that's off the heels of me 8th grade going into 9th grade. Yup.
Yeah.
T.I. Urban Legend.
Urban Legend, yeah.
And T.I., like that 04 to 05 window, man, you had some fucking bangers, dog. You had some bangers. So, like, especially when you tap into high school and they always talk about, like, the most significant albums, like, for me, high school is TN 101, Carter 2. Graduation got to be in there. And then probably Carter 3. But it's more, but, like, the most standouts in my high school period, bruh, those are the 4. For sure.
And, you know, the crazy thing is that's just like a minimal conversation.
Man, that's a minimal.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was so much other stuff going on.
You got a 4 that you can narrow down, or just
albums?
Like in your high school period?
4 albums for me, high school.
It can even be a mixtape if you want.
Oh, mixtapes, that's easy. Trap or Die for sure. Can't ban
mixtape that changed the game.
Can't Ban the Snowman. I feel like Jeezy he was rapping at a different level of that whole tape. That came out my junior year. A lot of people slept on those Freshman Adjustment Kanye mixtapes too. Those were fire. That whole Freshman Adjustment era. But you know, overall, man, like when I think about high school, man, like Drama was my whole high school, bro. DJ Drama was my whole high school, bro. Like I was listening to all the Gangsta Grills because people don't understand. Like even
your favorite one is the Pharrell one.
Yeah,
right?
People don't even understand. Like even when he wasn't doing like a specific artist, like he would still drop like Gangsta Grills, like Volume 12 or something like that, and it'd just be like everything that you need to be in tune with. So like that's how this getting hip to a lot of artists like that as well. So I mean, I was always tapped into those. You know, I don't really get into like supporting a bunch of different DJs. I mean, of course, we had like, we was tapped in with like up north, it was Clue, K-Slay and all of that type of stuff. I was big on the P Cutter series, the Street Wars and all that. But like, you know, for me especially being in the South, man, it was Drama, man. It was DJ Drama, bro. So like you say, especially when he dropped that prequel to In My Mind with Pharrell, man, I was just like, man, this nigga on a crazy run, like yeah.
Hey man, listen. I think for mixtapes for me is definitely off rip. Gotta go Dedication.
Yeah.
Dedication 2. Right.
Dedication 2 was a moment. That stopped
Definitely
shit.
was.
Yeah.
Because I was like 06.
Mhm.
I was like April 06 or something like that. Drought 3. A lot of shit gonna be Wayne shit. Trap or Die.
Yeah.
It's,
You know what Wayne tape I feel like don't get. I mean, it probably do amongst us because we Wayne fans. That Mick Boogie tape. I Can't Feel My Face.
Him and
No,
Jewels.
the blow
The
tape.
Blow.
That's what it's called.
I
It's
Can't
called
Feel My
Blow.
Face with him and Jewels.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was
Definitely.
a fire tape. That was
Prefix.
Yeah,
Suffix.
yeah, of course, all that. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
sure.
But that one, yes,
Yeah.
yes, because we kept begging them to for a fucking album. We never got it.
Never got. They
we
dropped that.
never got
They
the
dropped that
Jewels
Black
Wayne.
Republicans freestyle, and it was like, damn, what are y'all doing, man?
Bro, we should have got the Jewels and Lil Wayne album, bro, but we
Yeah.
never got it, bro. We never got it. But yeah, no, Mo, you're right. I Can't Feel My Face is definitely one of them ones. And just even shit, Boosie,
Oh yeah,
badass mixtape.
that's what I'm saying. It was it's so much that was going.
I was just waiting on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That one made waves through the
Yeah,
city for real.
yeah.
But see, that was badass was 06.
Mm-hmm.
05 was Savage Life 1.
But if we take it back further, I mean, cut you off. Like he dropped gangster music.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
Yeah, his mixtapes was
Yeah,
pretty
he
lit
was.
too.
Yeah, he was already making a solid foundation with that. And then what's the album after Gangsta Music?
Let me see.
Because it was Gangsta Music was Boosie and Webby, right?
Mm-hmm. That was 04.
DJ Super Mike.
It was Savage Life was
That was right after Gangsta Music.
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
yeah, and then Savage
Classic,
Life 208,
off top
yeah.
classic.
I was doing my homework to it.
Yeah. Hey, I used to be in Spanish class with my earphones and was doing my work this Savage Life, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. The iPod Touch, man.
Oh man, I was still on the MP3 at that time.
Yeah, I was the MP3 boys.
Man, listen, shout out to Bean, man. Everything Bean had wanted to let go. Your boy had copped that shit,
Word.
man. But that shit, that was next level. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause Spanish was whooping my ass, and I had
Yeah.
to translate it on the iPod, so I could have.
Yeah, that iPod was saving niggas. I saw that.
One thing I do kind of miss too, but that's what made the MP3 convenient was the mix CDs.
Yeah.
Cause we had to get like for me personally, when we knew somebody was making mixes, I was making them too, but them shits was seasonal, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Because we had so much great music coming out. He was like, bro, we gotta make this. I gotta make another one like 3-4 months later. Gotta make another. But it was a great feeling to know that, bro, I got another mix CD coming back out. Like about to make another mix CD.
That's one thing I wish I would have did. I wish I would have hit the mix CD game hard.
It was fun doing because you
I
can
still got 'em.
synchronize it to like how you want and all that shit. Yeah.
Because and honestly, I mean, I got the tube of 500 CDs, so I was
Yeah.
running the fuck
Yeah,
out.
he was running the fuck
Yeah,
out.
so every time a new song
I think I had
dropped,
25 at max.
I would be like, nah, because I had to update that playlist.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I would just make a brand new CD the next day
Yeah.
because a new song, or I heard a song, I'm like, oh, I gotta add this shit too. Or I gotta take this shit off. And then because it's like, I know somebody's gonna ask to hold my shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Damn,
I
man,
ain't
that's
wanna.
the good old days.
Yeah, man. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to be caught lacking out here, not listening to the hottest shit. So I stayed on top of that shit, man, for sure.
I can dig it.
You know what I used to do when I was younger, like kind of showing off. So on the CD player, if you put like a little piece of something in the little holder, it'll still spin while it's open.
Yeah. Yeah, I was scared to do that. I don't want to break my shit, man.
Nah, I did that,
Yeah.
but not like if we was riding on the bus, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
But like if it was like stationary,
Yeah.
I would have that shit spinning while it's
Nah, I
open
feel
type
you.
shit.
Think over DJing a Walkman, dog. This nigga crazy as
I
hell.
was wilding, bro. I was wilding. But shout out to the MP3 though. Held
Yeah,
a lot of
MP3 held
fucking
me
music,
down,
man.
bro.
Nah, for real.
So when some new shit came out, like, bro, you just gotta go on
Yeah.
the MP3, bro.
I remember they had the MP3 that you had like a flash drive on it that you just plug it
Yeah,
straight into.
yeah. That was him.
Yeah, man.
That was
shit
him.
was
It had the
next level.
USB
All
already.
you had to do was drag the album to that
Drag
shit.
the album to that shit.
That shit was crazy. That shit was going crazy.
Oh, that shit
bro.
was so simple, man.
It was very simple.
Yeah.
And just
What
plug your,
changed the game for
plug
me-
your headphones in and you boom, you
That's
ready to
it.
go.
You-
What
Boom.
changed the game for me was the Ericsson Walkman phone.
Mm-hmm.
That was that. I still wish that they still continued to make Sony Ericsson
I had
phones.
every single one of them.
Those were the best phones, bro.
10 out of
The
10.
play forward, right on the side, and I had the picture on it too.
You
I had the picture
plug
phone
you
too.
can plug it up to the computer
Facts.
and it just come up straight a phone. All you had to do
Phone,
is
drag.
bloop, 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 and then as soon as you unplug it, you see everything on there.
And the speaker was
The
knocking
speaker
when you
was
think about
crazy.
it.
It was a Sony Ericsson.
Yeah.
You gotta think
At the
Eric-
time, that speaker was
That slide
knocking.
up, that white on orange,
Oh
man.
my
that
god,
shit
that
was-
phone was
man.
going
That
crazy.
That shit was nasty.
dog.
But now
That
the
phone was
last one they came out with was the actual like camera on the back of that
Yeah,
shit. Like you
yeah,
gotta slide the
yeah.
shit down and you turn it sideways and you can actually take
Yeah.
photos.
They was going
and it was,
crazy.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
that shit
it
was
was going
that
crazy.
was my favorite phone of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, but I will say though, I think Boosie for that mixtape,
Facts.
that was the most popular
Oh
install.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
facts.
by the time Zoom came out, it was like, oh yeah, we got the.
Oh yeah,
next
but
star.
before then, we
Oh,
already
yeah.
had the
Yeah.
badass mixtape. We already had the Savage. Yeah.
I remember Zoom coming out and it was like, oh yeah, we got one here now. He here. Especially like you say when that super mic tape dropped.
Man, listen.
Yeah.
I still remember the military fours.
Oh
in
yeah,
that video.
that 06, yeah.
Because that video dropped like, matter of fact, it started beginning of school year. It dropped like October 06. Yup. That would have been my sophomore year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that's when Boosie got introduced to the world. You see what I'm saying? But before, like 05,
That was his first
it
major,
was
though,
Jeezy and Boosie running through the halls, dog.
oh yeah.
But see, Ghetto Storage, that took the. I mean, that's
Yeah.
03.
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
Ghetto
that was
Stories,
three.
that was.
My Ghetto Stories.
I remember because I was a freshman then.
That was
I
my
remember,
shit, man.
I remember some of the OGs, like the seniors that I knew then. They was like, "Hey, you need to listen to this. Is that Boosie? It's that Boosie." I was like,
I had a
"Boosie."
DVD too.
Yeah, the DVD. Oh, the DVD. I had the DVD. That we had the watching party at my crib. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
Like,
up, bro.
So that DVD, the Sub-Zero DVDs, all those, like we used to watch all of them at my crib. but-
Drew, what you think was like kind of the most significant one? I know you more into the reggae, but you do listen to some rap. So like at that time, what you think was some of the ones that just stood out to you?
I mean, it's always been like Woo. But I mean, high school times, it had to be, I mean, Boozy Webby for real. It's just, I mean, I was in the
Yeah.
city.
Man,
I was
them boys hit the city hard,
yeah,
bro.
man. When
You
Boozy-
was a Wu fan when you was a kid?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
hell yeah. But
Tony
fucking,
Stark. Shout out to Tony Stark, man.
fucking, when I tell you, when what was that? Find a $10 bill and I'm pussy.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, the video.
yeah.
Yeah.
You find
man.
a 10 on pussy.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's see like
No, he
shit
said
like,
50. He said you found a 50 on pussy.
I'm
Found
pussy.
50 on pussy.
And that nigga just had them shit, had the Chargers on that shit. Chargers really need to be named Boozy. He needs his
The
own.
Right,
Chargers
he
and
put
the
them shits on the
Magnums.
fucking- the
Chargers and
Magnums.
Magnums.
The
Those are
They
Trill
need to have a
ENT
Boozy
cars.
edition like that. I know
Yeah.
y'all got the Hellcats and y'all
Yeah.
got all these shit.
Yeah.
He needs his own.
Them shits made waves.
Yeah, he do need
Facts.
his credit for the Chargers and the Magnums.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, when I seen one pull up, I charged her to the game. I charged her to the game. That was it. She was done.
Oh yeah.
You're done. You might as well hang that up, dog.
I got
You-
the sickest Charger. I got the sickest Magnum. y'all 30.
My
Y'all
40.
Y'all
Yes, sir.
30.
I'm
Y'all
trying
remember
to
when
tell
they?
you.
Y'all remember when they was putting the brands on the cars too?
Yep.
M&M's.
Oh, they still got them. They still got
right
them.
here.
I ain't seen one in a minute. I ain't seen one in a minute.
I remember a nigga was so ambitious around here. Man, this nigga had a Ford Taurus wrapped in Home Depot shit, bro.
I remember. Yes, I remember that fair time.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
the
fair
fair
time.
time.
Jack,
was
with
crazy.
the
Oh
jackets.
man, we just talk about that. The fair time, the jackets, man. I had a crazy Dale Earnhardt jacket back then, bro.
I had the Budweiser.
It was Budweiser.
Yeah, I had the Budweiser, the red joint.
Yeah, the red
with the
joint.
gold- with
Yeah.
the gold.
I remember I had the Dale Earnhardt. Reggie had I think he had a red joint too. I can't remember.
Oh,
what
them
brand.
jackets was hard.
Man, them jackets was going crazy, man. You had to have the jacket with the Jabos, man.
Man, I feel like I got my jacket somewhere because I was like, man, I can't get this shit. This
I
shit
got my jacket
200,
from Blue
250.
Steens.
You know
I
what
got
I'm
mine
saying?
from Blue Steens.
Them shits was expensive. I didn't have one, but I wanted. My mom tried to win me one at the fair one year.
Yeah.
Word.
No bullshit. She ran through some paper. I tell you that.
See, that was a time, man.
Yeah.
That was definitely a
It was
time.
a time, bro. Shout out my mom, man. She had some dope jackets back then too, man. My mom was tapped in with the clothing as well when it came to hip hop. And that's another thing that don't really get speaked on a lot on terms of love, but like dog, just the clothing. The Jabos.
We made a lot
was
of
a
things.
wave.
Ours. Yeah, we made a lot
A
of
lot of
things
shit is
ours, too.
reasonable, but like the Jabos definitely was a thing to get. Dog, if you had the Reggie Bush in 06 with the gold and black Jabos
Oh yeah, that was a crazy combo back then.
with the Dub Zero.
Yeah, that was a crazy combo. I was coming red Mike Vick jersey, black and
Alright.
red strap Jabos though.
The Reggie Bush in 06 and the Mike Vick.
that red
those-
alternate
when it came
Mike
to
Vick,
NFL
yeah,
jerseys,
yeah.
those were the two.
Those went triple platinum.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, see, I did the Peyton.
That
Peyton.
Peyton with the blue strap,
with the light
the light denim with the blue, the royal blue.
man,
Yeah.
Had to do them right. Had to do him right, man.
Yeah,
Real
man.
Colts fan over here.
That was you had to coordinate.
You had the Jabos, the blue Jabos.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you had to coordinate that Jabot colorway with the jersey or the
with
shirt.
the jersey backwards though. I've always been the jersey
you was backwards?
He was always jersey backwards. Okay.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah, I still will do that shit. I'll go right now.
Good times, man.
It was great times.
Man. For sure, man.
Shit, even when they started doing collabs, we saw that early, especially when we talking about sports.
Yeah.
You had Jada Kiss in a commercial with AI.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, dog.
Styles and Kevin Garnett.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Those commercials was definitely different. We don't got them commercials like that no more. I'm trying to think of one that would kind of like stand out, but like I can't really
from
think
recent
of one.
times.
Even when Nike basketball, when they was making the beat by dribbling.
Oh yeah,
It was like Vince Carter, Jason Williams,
Mike Bibby.
Yeah, Mike Bibby. Some artists will roll out their album integrated with sports.
Hey man,
I want y'all to meet my homeboy Mal. Mal's from Florida,
right?
And he grew up with Vince.
Oh, for real?
Okay.
Yeah, Vince is from Orlando, right?
So his high school stories are crazy. But when I tell you, like, Vince Carter is that nigga, like, word, dog. Well, y'all got to talk to my nigga Mal, man, for real.
I believe it.
Dog, it's just something just to hear as far as, like, history and during that time.
Right.
Of, like, that Vince Carter was really,
He a legend down there.
Facts,
For sure.
But, yeah, man, I'm definitely going to link y'all boys up with Mal
Word,
one day.
man.
Because y'all just said that shit just now, and I'm like, yeah, that was definitely a time. And Mal can attest to a lot of the shit that like niggas ain't gonna give Vince credit for,
Yeah, the boy say Vince was heavy down there.
Yeah.
And when you even speaking about to the 50 performance, there was some people that was missing. I see some people talking about people, but if you think about it, like shout out to Nas and Mass Appeal, man. Them boy put on a great
overall
event.
It was a good
because you got to think about 50 years of how many rappers come through, and I think a lot of people don't really sit back and analyze how many rappers came through. So to get the ones that were to come through, that wasn't easy, bro.
Yeah.
That was not easy to do.
And for the most part, they got it right for the most part.
The only thing I wish Ray should have been on that stage, man. Raekwon.
Oh yeah,
Woo, man.
Yeah.
I wish Ray was on that stage with them, man, because they had a great set. They had a great fucking set. Everybody was up there except for him. I would have loved to see him up there, especially like when, because reality is life happens. I'm glad we was able to get Snoop and DMX. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that moment, I would have loved to have Raekwon up there.
Yeah, Ray was supposed to be there.
that would have been great.
Especially when they performed Ice Cream.
Oh
but
yeah, I mean that's him.
That's one of the best hip hop videos ever too, dog.
I mean, just from what that video just represents, you had all shades of beautiful women.
Facts.
Man. Just from the fashion standpoint, they on the block. It's like one of the most down to earth videos. Raekwon don the iconic Snow Beach polo windbreaker. Like, I mean, if you try to find one of those now, that's like a $5,000 windbreaker. Like
the most standout music videos for me is More Money, More Problems, California Love, definitely for sure. I remember when that shit premiered. LL Cool J's Can't Nobody, Ain't Nobody.
Yeah.
He damn near had everybody from Black culture in that video, dog. And Ice Cream. And I would say H to the Izzo. Through the Wire.
Izzo was a big video.
Through the Wire was a big video. Go DJ. What was another significant one? What was another dope one too? Lay Low. Snoop Dogg. Because they had a to be continued at the end of it.
Yeah.
That was a dope video.
That was a huge video.
Those are the ones I would say stand out. What would be some of yours?
For me personally, a video that I always loved was Outkast So Fresh So Clean video.
Oh, Outkast definitely got some iconic videos.
Yeah, that was a fire video.
Miss Jackson was a fire video.
That was a big video when it came out. Young Jeezy first video Over Here. Because it was like him coming, like, I'm here, like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Go DJ video. Lil Wayne Block Is Hot video. That was a huge video. Hot Boys, the Hot Boys. So that was a huge
Bling
video.
Bling.
Bling Bling.
Like I said, it's a lot, man.
Wu-Tang Triumph video. That was a huge video. That was a huge video.
Oh,
man.
Hate Me Now.
Hate
Nas.
Me Now. Huge video.
Huge video.
Controversial video.
Oh
Oh my God, that was a huge video. But then on the flip side, Nas dropped the If I Ruled the World. That was a classic video to me too. So you know, a lot of dope videos. I can't forget Missy Timbaland, Magoo them, man. They had a lot of classic videos.
R.P. Magoo.
Rest in peace, Magoo. Yeah. You know, I enjoy all of they whole camp videos. They always was creative.
Oh, The Rain.
The Rain
by Missy.
Love You. Up Jumps the Boogie. All of y'all, they had some classic videos, man.
Rain was the one who was like.
Rain was the one.
Missy like really stamped.
Ja Rule Living It Up video. That was a big video.
That was a big video. Oh, Between Me and You?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
we could go.
Shanti Happy video.
Happy.
Like, they had some. It was a lot of huge videos.
Foolish.
Man. Foolish.
Because that had a theme with it too.
Mm-hmm. A lot of huge videos, man. Like, you just had to be there. Oh, we can't. I personally can never forget no Bow Wow videos, man. Bounce With Me video. What's my name?
Puppy Love.
Puppy Love. Ghetto Girl.
Ghetto Girls.
Thank You. He was going crazy.
Oh, we can go all day.
Even Hold You Down video.
Hold You Down.
That's represent us being in high school. Like, you can't. I saw a tweet that was like, Bow Wow should get more respect. You know, I'm pretty sure it's been like a long going theme with Bow Wow. People try to discredit what he really did, being one of being the biggest like child rap star. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of looked down on now, which is kind of crazy to me. But you know, in high school, like, you wanted to have that type of lifestyle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bow was kicking some crazy shit, bro.
Hot in Here ran 106 apart.
Yeah,
number one spot, bro.
Yeah, that ran.
That held the number one spot for a minute, bro.
Holla Back Youngin.
Yeah,
it was going.
I remember California in Love with all the fire.
Yeah.
Oh, Tupac. Yeah.
It was after the Mad Max movie.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That had a huge premiere.
That definitely. I remember that drop.
The Two America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
It was going crazy, that video too.
Yeah. What else?
It's So Hard. Big Pun.
Oh yeah. Classic video, man.
And that was a perfect video because everybody was in. He had just passed with everybody was in.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that was a big one.
Yeah, that was a crazy video. Yeah, man. It's a lot of classic videos that we was able to see.
Diddy Missing You was one of my favorites.
Oh
also.
yeah.
That definitely was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite personal videos and personal songs all time. I always thought this video was fire. The Tribe Called Quest Find My Way video. I always felt, that was a fire video, bro. It went from them walking on the beach chilling with the girls, then it was at the kickback, then it was in the drive-thru trying to holler at the girls. Like, it was fire. Like, that was fire. That was fire. Yeah. There was a lot of classic videos, man. When you really think about it, man. We missing a lot too.
In the Club, 50 Cent.
In the Club 50.
Wanksta video.
P.I.M.P.
P.I.M.P. The girl from Wanksta. You know it's crazy, bro. Because me and my girl was talking about this the other day. Like, we was like, bro, back then, like, that girl from Wanksta that had the Wanksta pants, the G-Unit pants on, like, her ass looked way bigger than it was back then. But then when you watch it now.
You right.
When you watch it now, it's
Drew,
like.
you remember that?
Yeah. Same thing in the Sean Paul video.
I'm still in love with you. Yeah, man.
Now it's like
we've been desensitized though.
We've been desensitized.
We've been desensitized.
I think Jennifer Lopez had something to do with that.
Nah, I think it was Buffy the Body.
Nah, that's fine. Yeah, when the Vixens came
through.
When Vixens got the word Vixens.
Yeah.
That's when I think the game got fucked up.
That's when it got crazy.
Oh, we can't forget Hove.
Big Pimpin' video.
Big Pimpin'.
Yeah, Big Pimpin' video. Yeah, for sure. Even the story behind that, Pimp C wearing the mink down there in Florida. Yeah. Niggas like, man, you can't.
And we cannot forget the infamous Nelly video.
I mean, just that was in that whole era, the whole uncut era. Like
uncut era.
That was World Star before World Star.
Tip drill, baby.
Tip drill would always go down in history.
Always.
You
remember the controversy behind that video, bro?
Yeah, they was boycotting that man's sister.
Then his sister had just passed. She was sick, and they did a lot behind that, bro. They did a lot behind that.
They really did.
Shout out to
and
Nelly.
now look at it. Look at the world now.
It's normal now. That's light. That's light.
That's
compared,
light.
That's
oh
light
my
compared to
God.
what we see now. I remember Nelly Tip Drill video and Ludacris P popping videos were like the anchors for BET
Facts.
Uncut.
Shout out to Ludacris.
Yeah, gotta shout out
Shout out
him.
to
His
Ludacris,
creative,
His creativeness
mind.
behind
Oh
videos.
yeah, when we talk about videos, you gotta shout
Yeah.
out Ludacris and you gotta shout out Busta Rhymes.
For
Stand
sure.
up, Busta, yeah.
Busta had a storyline always.
All the animations, the
Yeah.
characters.
All like the camera angles all up
Yeah.
in the face.
Since Woo-Ha, he been doing it
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think Missy all time will be my favorite when it comes to music videos.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
creativity.
I mean, she just always got creative, but she would always be some type of dancing.
Some
though,
type of
you know what I
dance.
mean? And even she put her face on somebody else's figure and was fucking it up.
Lose control.
Yeah,
Lose
man,
Control video, like she was going crazy, bro.
She was going crazy.
That
for
Under
real, bro.
Construction album is a classic, bro.
for sure.
Definitely. So what do y'all think about I want to read this real quick from Ebro off the heels of the 50th. So he was saying he had a message for the labels. He was like, I got a call saying it should be noted many major record labels have deprioritized signing rappers. The focus is now African music and Latin music. Rappers better stop being boring and talking about the same shit over and over, chasing TikTok success in comment sections.
You ain't wrong.
It's kind of both ways because I'm not saying Ebro personally because I don't really listen to his show, but a lot of the radio feed into that type of shit though. I mean, if we want to really get into it, I mean, they're told what to play. So it's like if y'all only playing what y'all are told to play and not giving everything a fair shake like how it used to be when we was growing up, y'all contributed to it.
Facts.
So it's
Facts.
like, I think it's more or less about pointing fingers and more about like how can we change the tide.
Is the tide going to change? Is the question.
That's a good question.
2023
has enough
has
damage.
been this starting point for 2023. I don't want to see it extend out to 3 years, 5 years.
Right. I just feel like it's kind of two stories being told. Like on like the mainstream side of what's being pushed, it is a lot of bullshit being pushed. But it's been like that though. I just feel like now it's being magnified for people like us who really we grew up in this shit. We always knew that you had to really search what you want to listen to.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of good music out there. I feel like if you really looking and if you really like just not relying on one source for your music. Like, I mean, I was kind of trained to always go look at certain blogs, go look on certain sites. Just overall, if I come across somebody on my timeline and, just me having a trained eye, if they package well, I look into what they got going on. If it sound good, I'm gonna listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I feel like just artistry overall, it's not just about making music. You gotta not sell yourself, but you gotta sell. What are you talking about? What type of, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, it gotta, the overall presentation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of artists is not understanding that as well.
Yeah.
That you gotta help us find you too.
Facts.
So it's like, it's a lot of factors, man. But I just feel like pointing fingers and just saying like, oh, the rappers gotta do this. No, there's still rappers out here who are doing their thing.
Yeah.
Like is y'all who in those positions to play these guys on your own, or y'all gonna do that? You know
But
what
it's
I'm saying?
also, it's interesting to think. Like, I gotta really look back to be like, yo, bro, it's niggas making beats anymore. Because it's
You definitely spoke about the sampling shit.
yeah, I mean, the sampling shit is getting crazy.
crazy.
But even now, like, to look at the local talent in Charleston and them sampling just classic shit too. It's like, now I know plenty of niggas here that making beats, but for it to be even on a smaller scale, not even mainstream, you know what I'm saying? To even see that trickle effect of niggas really ain't getting in the lab and getting busy.
that's dangerous to a certain point because at one point Charleston had a sound.
Facts.
If you heard somebody from Florida, they have a sound.
Facts.
We knew certain regions for having a specific sound, but if they only see people getting success doing a certain thing, everybody gonna try to chase that.
Yep.
So it's like
Because when the mumble rap came, everybody went started sounding like Migos.
Everybody went trying to copy the triplet flow.
Yeah, the triplet flow
And then
definitely
I was
everybody
like-
tried, but everybody can't do it.
Everybody can't do it, nor should everybody do it. Like
Facts.
you run away from your own originality.
And that's my thing. Like when it comes to rap, everybody has a place.
Exactly.
Like I tweeted yesterday, I was just like, bro, like, somebody was talking about like how, oh yeah, y'all only like certain things, but if this artist do it, I said, bro, I think that's case by case.
Yeah, it's case by case.
Some artists are so versatile that they can tap into different things. But I use example, I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear CLB from Kendrick, and I don't want to hear To Pimp a Butterfly from Drake.
Right.
Like, yes, at the end of the day, they're both pure rappers, but they both do different shit.
And it's like that for a reason.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like that
for a reason.
It's like that for a reason.
And so like when Drew even says, like when you talk about just like the samples, like, yeah, but you know, even when you go to the foundation, that it was a point like layering samples. Layering, so it just wasn't a direct. Now you had some that was like, when you look at H to the Izzo, we already know what that stemmed from. But what made Kanye so different is because he would, it was a balance.
He found pockets that nobody was tapping into on those records.
And also, not only that, he was creative in his own way to make original beats as well. Right. But we known him for that. But it wasn't lazy. You could tell by listening to the projects, it wasn't fucking 9 times out of 10. You didn't know it was a fucking sample.
You didn't know it was a sample.
You know why? Because he was digging into the fucking crates.
And
that NLE chopper shit was trash, bro.
Besides,
I'm sorry.
Besides all the other shit, Kanye just was a student of the game, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knew records to go back to. And my thing with the sampling is not necessarily the sampling, because sampling is like a part of rap. Like,
no, it is.
We've been sampling. My thing is it's like out here sample, and I was like, damn, this has been sampled 10 times by like in the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years. Like, it's like, you know, we relying on the same samples. Like, let's get back to crate digging. That's my thing.
Yeah, get back to the roots, man.
Yeah,
but I don't know how that's going to happen. I feel like that's the manager's position. I feel like that's the producer's position. But I also feel like the artist has to be willing to accept this, that it's a process, and just to put out just something easy, quick, because y'all can flip a beat.
Exactly, it's
like,
lazy.
Yeah, it's lazy as fuck. You know what I mean? I don't want a rush project.
So do y'all think it needs to be more of a not requirement, but more so like artists needing to know like what came before them as far as like this rap shit go?
It's a part of it, just so you know, like the same way that they did back then, sit with that. Right. You need to sit with your shit now.
Yeah.
Like I had a tweet yesterday, and I was speaking more to the R&B, and I said engineering in R&B matters way more.
Oh yeah.
Than it does in rap, because in rap, you know, you just have somebody who's rapping, but when it comes to the sound, when it comes to an R&B record. And this is why I'm just speaking to the artistry when it comes to somebody like today, like when I hear Tory Lanez records, just the sound, I can tell that he sat with his shit, especially the 80s album that he put out. For him to do that in today's era and it sounded the way it did, but that's like when, like prime example, when Drew hit me with the Lil Yachty clip, and he was talking about just like the hissing sound and shit like that. Shit like that matters. So for somebody like Drew, that would drive him fucking insane. But for a casual listener, they probably ain't really paying attention to shit like that. So with rappers, it's layers to that shit. Like, bro, not only that, like just the quality aspect.
The quality.
Prime example. Remember when we was reviewing Ross' album a few years ago?
Right.
What did we say off rip? Bro, sound wise, that shit don't even sound right. Like the engineering on that was the beats just wasn't hitting how it was supposed to. I could tell that he just
the mixing was not good on that.
The mixing was not good on that shit, bro. And that matters. That's a part of it. So when, like Drew said, when you go in there, you just flip a sample, and then on that, I don't know what you're doing with the mixing wise and engineering wise, but all of that plays a factor. So when you sit with your shit, sit with it. Like, sit with your shit. Really do a due diligence of putting the beat together, and on top of how you make it sound. Like, when I listen to music, I do hold the same standard with R&B sound wise and that, because with you have singing. Yeah. So when you're missing singing with the beats and the sounding, that matters. Versus somebody who may rapping like, I even when I looked at Tupac's movie, bro, he didn't play no games when it came. He's like, nah, bro, do it again. You gotta feel when he was recording Brenda's Got a Baby. He's like, nah, they gotta turn that shit up. You see what I'm saying? And I think when you go to rappers, they have to have that type of passion to be like, no, it don't sound right.
It's in a lot.
Yeah.
It's and me producing things now, I see the shit a lot. It's not people and it's crazy. It's just a fucking camera, bro. And terrified. I mean, people are terrified of that right there. It's nobody. I was like, how do you want to be a rapper?
Yeah.
how do you want to do these things if you can't bring the energy every time? Like, you want somebody to know who you are. Make them feel you.
That's what you got to help us help you.
Facts.
You got to.
And I say that to go to like people who's doing like promotional videos, or even politicians that do promotional videos and stuff like that. They be so lackadaisical and just be like reading a script, and it's like, this shit's dry and it's just flat. Like, I'm not going to vote.
You're not
for
convincing
that.
nobody.
You're not.
You're not
You're not even
nobody.
convincing yourself.
Yeah.
And then even also with the engineer, you put more work on the engineer when essentially it should be a balance. Like if the engineer got to go after you came out the booth to turn you up, or the authenticity is not there.
I've been in studio sessions with engineer. Be like, he'll cut a. Hey man, you need to bring this shit back, man. You flat. You flat.
It's
bro.
not on me to bring you
not,
up.
Because essentially, like the engineer job is to polish you. He not supposed to. He not supposed to.
Because he already setting you up from the beginning. All right, levels good.
Yeah.
Bruh, you know what's a prime example of that? 4-page letter.
Right.
If you listen to 4-page letter, especially with headphones on, in the beginning it's low. It's low. And then Aaliyah's like, you even hear Aaliyah's like, turn my music up. Turn my music up. And then it gets to the level where, and I think that was more so just to kind of like how the song was presented. You know what I'm saying? Just a playing. That wasn't a natural thing, but that's the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit. Like easily could have stayed how it was in the beginning, but no, the shit basically leveled up. It leveled up. But you'll have some rappers or artists who come out there and they'll keep it at that first level. It's like, bro, like, you ruin the experience, and that's one of the things that I didn't like about Ross' last album.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Nah,
but you got to get back to like really sitting with the beats and actually making something authentic, bro.
Man, I remember like watching like those MTV like diary episodes. Like I remember like watching Jay-Z episode. He was already listening to Blueprint before it came out. Like he was like fine tuning it. Like he was riding around listening to Blueprint. I remember watching Ludacris episode. He listened to his album. Like that was like what he was playing in his car. Even Outkast, he was bumping Stankonia before it came out. So like you're right, people do gotta sit with their work, man. I don't think you should be listening to it for the first time on the final mixdown.
Oh hell no!
You know what I'm saying? That's lazy. Like,
hell no!
But that's what it's giving.
That's what it's. Yeah,
that's what it's giving on some projects for sure.
For sure.
Can y'all think of any projects recently that kind of speak to that? Like you could tell, like they went with the original shit.
More singles than like a full project, I would say.
Because I know Stan has even personally told me, he's like, bro, some of these rappers, they put out shit and that shit don't even sound right. But a lot of listeners they ain't gonna really pick up on it.
We just in a different time now, man. Because like you say, like us, not saying that we just more elite than certain people, but it's like we've listened to a lot of music. Our ears trained different. Like I know I've been in studio sessions, so I know something don't sound right.
Facts.
So like I'm listening to shit, I'm like, Brand, like these dudes just wouldn't put this out. This ain't even got no. This didn't get a final mix. It couldn't have. It couldn't have. It just couldn't have, man.
Hell yeah.
So that's my thing. Like for it to get all the way to Apple Music and on these streaming sites with no final mixes is kind of crazy to me. That's a misstep on a team somewhere.
Oh, definitely for sure.
Be better about that.
They got to get better, bro. I think with 2023 is kind of been an eye-opening year for rappers and the state of music. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for a lot of rappers, bro. And we spoke about it before, like the next wave. Like, who really gonna take this shit serious? Like, who really gonna love this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, who really gonna sit there, like, because the big three is, them niggas damn near almost 40, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cole, the Kendrick, the Drakes, and all. We can't be heavily reliant on them, but where's the next wave coming from? Like,
I honestly don't know. I don't know who the next class is.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like we got standout artists. Like we got Uzis, we got the Kodaks, we got like we got stars. But I don't know who's like that conglomerate. Like how you say like the big three. Like they.
No, I ain't even gonna hold you. The last couple XXL freshman covers have been. I'm not checking for a lot of them dudes, and
I don't see none of those dudes.
There's only a few like who I've like Babytron. I listen to Babytron. I like Babytron. Like Babyface Ray.
Right.
But outside, but as a collective, that's a small. I'm naming two niggas.
I'm talking about collective though. Like the big three came off the movement of the blog era.
Like, what do you think was the last XXL year that was like pretty cool?
Probably that one with it was 21 Savage, Kodak.
16, 17 around that time frame.
Yeah, that was Kodak, Yachty, 21. Somebody else, I'm forgetting.
I think
somebody.
that's the last one.
That's the last solid one. That's the last that got stars off. Uzi was in that one.
Yeah.
So
because Meg was in.
No, Meg was like 19, 20.
Meg was 18, 19.
All right. So who was on that one with her?
I can't tell you, Drew.
Can't tell you.
Because
Like
it was
Ugly God or some shit like that, maybe.
Yeah, it was some weird fucking individuals.
Let's clarify this.
There was some weird individuals on that one. I
Shout out
remember
to
that
Ugly
one.
God though. I ain't shitting on Ugly God. Ugly God a SoundCloud legend.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah, so Meg Thee Stallion, The Baby, YB and Cordae, Rico Nasty, Gunna.
Right. Okay, that was a solid
Okay,
class.
so yeah, that
Tierra
one.
Whack.
Then that was the last one I saw.
2020 is when it definitely went. I was
Meg was 2019.
Yeah, she was 2019.
That makes sense.
2020 had NLE Chopper, Polo G, Chica, Baby Keem, Mulatto, Jack Harlow, Rod Wave, Lil TJ, Cali Boy, Fabio Foreign. Like, I'm kind of, I don't know. Yeah, so Drew, 19 would have been the one for you then?
I couldn't argue 19.
Yeah, 19 would have been the
argue
one for
19.
me.
That was
With
pretty
Meg, whenever Meg was on, that's the last one I
The
saw.
Baby was on fire back then.
Yeah.
Who
'Cause
else
he
was on there?
Gunna
Gunners there.
So
Yeah.
that was a good class.
Yeah.
But other than that, next
Yeah.
that.
That
I
was
think
like-
I just recently saw like a clip of it. It was like, who are these niggas?
Yeah.
It was like, dog, these. I don't even know what they were saying. Like nobody was on beat, nobody was flowing, nobody was rapping.
I know Finesse 2 Times was on the last freshman that just came out. That's probably like Baby Tron was on this one too, or he was on last.
I think Baby Tron was 2022. He might have been 2023. I'm not too sure.
because I know Baby Tron and Ray was on the same one. So that was last year. Either 21 or 22.
Yeah, it was Nardo Wick, Sofago, Babyface Ray, Coach Ice, Saucy Santana, Doechii, Big 30, Cali, Big Scar. Let me see.
R.I.P. to Big Scar.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Big Scar. Let me see. Cali, I said Cali, KC, Coach I, Big 30, Ken the Man. Sorry, says 10 spot. Oh yeah, Babytron, 2022.
Okay. That's 20. Okay. Yeah, man. I'd probably say 2019 was like the most like that's probably the last class that had like some.
That's what I'm saying.
Heavyweights on there.
2023 is a wake up call, bro. Like, what niggas gonna do, man? Like, turn up, man. Especially with this being the 50th year, it being a down year, that's kind of crazy, bro. For it to be the 50th year hip hop, and this is kind of like it's a consensus that it's a bad year. Y'all got to get back right.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think we ever gonna get another big three, man. Because we gotta think those dudes were rapping. These dudes not rapping like that no more, man. That's just being honest.
I feel you. So, EST Gee interview with Badman Kevo. No, I said his
Bootleg
name.
Kev.
Bootleg Kev. I'm sorry.
Badman Kev, somebody different.
Yeah. Bootleg Kev. So, we all saw the video, and he was asking them, like, to me, I felt like legit questions, and he actually spoke about it. I have his series of tweets. About the EST Gee thing. I'm a fan of his music. It was genuinely excited to talk to him. I was told by his team that he wanted to not have an interview not filled with typical stuff where we talk about music, this, music, that. Apparently he has a wide range of interests that include universe and quantum physics, what I was told. So I approached our interview as I do every single one. Let's have fun, shoot the shit, and get to know you outside of the music and persona. He came 90 minutes late, which isn't unique with some artists. And didn't even really seem to want to talk or be interviewed. I don't care. I'm still a fan of his music, and we got a moment out of it for the internet. No hard feelings. I look forward to talking about aliens, Brian Pumper, and football with tons of other artists in the future. Go grab that EST Gee album, El Toro 2 this Friday, though. Salute to friends at CMG and Interscope. I create content for a living. Today was for better or for worse a moment.
I feel like Bootleg Kev overall handled everything well. I honestly feel like I would have probably did it the same way because I'm not about to. Because matching that type of energy, that's just. I mean, I'm still professional at the end of the day. He was really professional about it. I don't see the issue with what he was asking him. He wasn't being weird with the Brian Pumper shit neither. Like I can see like if he like positioned that question on some weirdo shit, but it was more like, you remember Brian Pumper wearing a bunch of chains too? That's all it was. Like it wasn't like, oh, you remember this movie that he did? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, to me, that's different. But it wasn't even on that type of time. Like he just, and for the most part, like asking like more personal questions outside of music, that's more so his brand anyway.
Yeah, so let me read EST Gee response.
Right.
You're trying to play it like I walked out because of football. Like I ain't did plenty of interviews talking about playing and talk about it in my music. You asked me if I remember the old man porn star, if I believe in aliens in the NFL Combine. What the fuck that got to do with my album dropping Friday? And I literally just walked out that interview 2 hours ago. You already got a clip up. You trying to go viral. I got real life shit going. Ask around. I don't feel like playing, so please don't play with me because I play crazy.
Well, he asked you shit that don't got nothing to do with music because your team specifically said you don't want to talk about.
So I feel like that's an issue between him and his team.
Yeah,
Also, to combine that, bro, there is a certain level of professionalism with not only the interview. Yeah, so there is a certain level of professionalism that comes with that. So I just felt like that shit could have been handled better, man.
Yeah,
and definitely.
Yeah. But I feel like overall, like I said, Bootleg handled it well. He did his thing.
Definitely. But you know, we'll see. I'm a tap into his album. So, you know, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all sticking around with us, man. You know, this weekend, you know, over the last couple of weeks, we had a lot of stuff going on, man. And like I said, we're still gonna be here for y'all.
Yeah, man.
We gonna roll this thing out.
Lock back in on the consistency. We got some more shit coming for y'all, man.
Definitely,
definitely. We're gonna keep building, man. Like I said, man, shouts out to everybody that's been tapping in the last few weeks, man. The last few episodes, we're gonna clip those up for you some more and put out some more content with those. Shouts out to Mr. Burgess, Reginald Burgess, running for chief of, Mayor of North Charleston. Shouts out to Holy City episode before that. Those guys, Chris and Troy, and you know. That's where I'm at, man. Like we dropping quality episodes, man. At this point, we just fine tuning everything right now.
Yeah, facts. So yeah, we gonna be right back here for y'all next week, man. And like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. So
yeah, man. So if you hear anything on this episode that gets you in your feelings, you feel some type of way, always remember
we're just some messengers.
We out.